Hello and welcome to this video. Today I am going to sort through my papers. I have already started on, I have made another video that I will probably upload, but this is the second part of that video with a little summary in the beginning. So yes, I am going to move because I decided to quit my job and go volunteer and trust the process, whatever. And I'm getting rid of most of my things. I have been on the minimalism journey for some time now, and so now I'm pushing my boundaries. I'm pushing my comfort zone here a lot. But every time I've done it, I felt so much better. And I know it's hard, but it's like, every time you reach whatever goal you have in life, you have to get through a dip. So first, everything is nice, the positivity of someone who doesn't know stuff. Then you get, it's past midnight, my language skills have suffered the time. Anyways, then you have the dip of you realize that things are hard, and then you go up again because things get good again. Anyways, I'm diverging. What I want to do is, yes, get rid of my notes, my old notes, my high school notes, and what comes before high school, you get the point, from my 8th grade to my high school. So the thing is that some things are memories, but not so many. And notes are supposed to just be temporary because you're supposed to only use them so you can process the knowledge and put it into your brain. So old notes don't really make sense because they're just part of a process, like a little draft, but it's best to make new notes if you want to learn anyways, and then take knowledge from an actual source. So I'm planning to get rid of all of my notes, basically, because I do have other tokens, memories of my writing and everything. So I went through my other subjects, through most of my subjects, and in the other video, and I will not go through that again. And now I am wondering about chemistry and biology. Now, it's two subjects that not only that I haven't yet learned so well. And I am not studying university, because for math and physics, now I have the university resources, and to study those, it's just best. So those subjects, it's just best to focus on those resources, and otherwise I would get confused and just make some sense. And then my old persona, my high school persona, would approach math maybe me now and me then would get a bit mixed if I went through the old notes, studied through the old notes. And at the time I wasn't really a fan. I became a fan of physics when I started studying on the last chapter, theoretical physics, and I was like, yo, this is cool because it makes no sense. It's like a board game where there are random rules and everyone is like, yeah, okay. And I was amazed by that. And yes, so so I will get rid of those notes. But physics and chemistry, those are subjects that I have forgotten much of, I think, at least the details. But then it's I would brush through, and the knowledge would just come much quicker. But is it part of my, knowing them is part of my long-term goal. However, they're not part of my short-term goal. And like I can't keep so many papers. And like the thing that I would keep are not notes, but papers that my teacher gave me, or like gave the class, that are really good sources, and past papers from my high school program, but like that, like I took higher level, both chemistry and biology. So like those are good levels, and knowing that would be very nice. But because like my plan is to just just like study physics, so like I know the grounds, like math, so I know the very grounds, then know physics, so I know more grounds, and then chemistry, so I have the grounds of chemistry through physics, and then biology, because then I have the grounds of biology through chemistry, and then maybe medicine. But so yeah, so what should I keep? I should keep the papers that my teacher gave me, and then okay, the past papers that don't have solutions, that I don't have a solution paper for, don't make sense, right? Because then I would have to spend so much time on the internet to see whether it's right or not. I mean, I could ask ChatGPT, but then I could just ask ChatGPT specifically, I don't know. But anyways, but then like whatever, and I could then I could just ask, yo, give me some question in this style or whatever. Maybe I won't even do it. So those I can let go of. Maybe there are other students right now in my school who want them. But it's like, be there and be like, yo, do you want it? And then like go there and the logistics. But then maybe it's better than throw them away. But my teacher, still the same teacher, visited him and the other teachers with a friend recently. I mean, can just print out those papers. So, I mean, I'm not that neat, like, you know. So yes, so I give away one way or the other the papers that don't have a solution sheet with them. So I keep just the ones with solution sheet, and that will reduce by a lot the number. And then the papers with actual knowledge, and that should definitely be like fit in one of these kind of folders, like all of that. And I'm okay with one of those folders. Yeah, from everything that makes sense. And yeah, that's it. Oh my gosh, talk through your problems, and then it just poof, it was so daunting, and now it's less daunting because it talked out loud. And I've been looking for a long time, for a few hours maybe, for videos like this to go through the process of someone else, and I didn't find any. So that's why probably there is something, but I didn't find it. And so I will publish this video in case it can be useful for someone to like actually go through this kind of process mentally. And but I do advise to, yeah, no, exactly. I mean, you personalize the process. And I am exhausted. Tomorrow is Easter. Mwah. Have a good night.